Watch me how I do it.
Alright, welcome to another week of updates. I missed last time because I was finishing the magazine and the page layout, so I have a lot to go over. Try and run through it quick, but I want to show you what I did basically in the last 2 weeks. So much progress. Let's jump in. Have InDesign open. I'm just going to show you, since I finished, I'm just going to kind of scroll through. You've seen it as I've been progressing. Now it's fully complete, and we got all the layouts done, all the photos in, all the quotes, and I think it turned out really good. So I'm kind of speeding through this, and a lot of new photos that you didn't see last time. Yeah, that's new. It's looking really good. And we're coming down, and that's it. So we are all done in InDesign. One of the things I wanted to show you was I also started getting my Kickstarter set up. So I'll show you a little preview of that. I got the video up here. I'll talk a little bit more about that, but I got the bunch of stuff going on here. These are two things that I'm really excited about. I'm working, I don't even know if this is going to be here when I launch, but I'm trying to launch an NFT project with my Kickstarter. And the idea, again, like I've talked about before, I really think that smart contracts, which is the baseline behind NFTs, is really important. And so being able to execute the rewards for these top 2 tiers on the NFT, on the smart contract blockchain technology, is really something that I want to try and do. So you get it to have your name in a special section in the magazine. You also get a special collector's edition, and a token will give you the next 5 copies of the magazine. So this is volume 35, and my plan has always been to go to 40. So you will get this issue, a collector's edition. There's only going to be 5 printed of these collector's editions, and the guarantee of a redeemable token that is also tradable. So if you end up getting this and not wanting to get the magazines, then you can always go and sell it, sell the token. It's an asset that is a collectible that you can, then use. And my objective is that I spend the next, 50 years trying to make that asset mean something and make it meaningful and add value over time. That's the idea. So I'm really excited about jumping into this project. So yeah, I've done the story. I am really close. The last thing that I have to do is I need to, I have all the other stuff, which is kind of on the site. If you're already subscribed, you've kind of already seen this. But what I need to add is an explanation for these rewards, like I just said, so that people understand kind of what these mean, and just kind of like a graphic that goes with it that explains it. So it's moving along. So I have rewards, funding, all this stuff ready to submit. Also wanted to show you one of the other things I did was the video, which I think turned out really good. Actually, let's jump over in. I'm just gonna play you the first part. You're gonna see it on the screen. It's not even gonna be that cool, but I really love this. An interesting thing happened when I turned 29. I woke up. It was as if I asked myself, did I choose this life? I woke up to life and realized I was on autopilot, and I let society and the world around me make so many of my decisions subconsciously. that moment was a catalyst that set in motion a complete mental rewrite for how I make decisions in life. All right, that's all you're getting. Wanted to point out some stuff. I wanted these beats to hit. So you have empty until I woke up, and then I wanted it to start ramping up. But this song actually, these parts right here were all added, and I bow the sound so that it starts. You hear that start of the violin early, and then you get the bounce of the woke up, and everything is a beat to keep you engaged with visual here, and then you start hearing the violin, and then this kind of drifts open, and then all of that is to keep you until you get to hear where it starts with the piano, and then that kind of gets you in, and then cut into me talking, and then we have all these other ones. And there's one other thing that I was going to show because I recorded it today that I thought was really fun. That was this. Over the last several years, I've published 5 other issues. That was it. That quick little I thought was kind of fun. So you'll see this soon, but basically did this all day yesterday and then finished up the details today, about 10 minutes ago, or I guess a half an hour ago, because I was putting it on the website and everything. But the other thing that I did, so worked on a script, which actually half of it I ended up editing out to try to keep it around 2 minutes. It's a little bit longer than 2 minutes, but I felt like, one, that's how the music was, and for two, just trying to keep it short. So I wrote all this and performed it all. Did half of it, kind of got chopped off in the editing process. And at the very beginning, I have this video where I'm like, I hate this video when I start getting into the editing. And then by the end, I've watched it so many times. I actually really, really, really love it. I'm really proud of this work that I've done. I also wanted to show you one of the comments I got back on the preview page was one of my friends that's been helping me, Jonathan, that I interviewed. He's been incredible and absolutely love this guy. He's helped me so much. But he said, you really should have something on the site that looks like a magazine, because before I just had the PDF or image of what it would look like. And he's like, it would really be nice if you just made it feel more real. Because I didn't have time to order it. It wouldn't get here in time to be able to take the shots that I would need, because I'm actually leaving to go to my brother's. Anyway, long story. I didn't have time to be able to order one to be able to do shots and to get the promo pics. So improvised. I took it. I have the magazine. I took the shots with it, and then I ended up coming in here in Photoshop, and I was going to show you. Here's the original image. Actually, here's the original image. So I first just take out this, and then ended up taking, I'll open this up so you can see it. I took the image, skewed it so that it matched, and then I took a bunch of time kind of feathering the edges along here. And once it's not like the best work, but at first glance, and at a distance, it actually looks pretty nice. I actually did this one too. I'll show you that one in a second. I added a line. Also added this is one thing that I did, added a blur. So as it gets farther back, this starts to blur out. So I blurred the 3V, and so you have one on top that's a mask, and so you do a blur on top, and then you do a gradient on the blur over top of the regular one. So that's what gives it that effect. Did the exact same thing with here, so you can see the hands are a little bit out of focus. So I have these layers here actually doing that work. and then yeah, so remember I edited out the 3V under here. And then this was to give it like a matte finish, so it didn't have as much punch. I tried to make it feel like it was printed. Thought it helped. So this is the main shot that's on there now. And then this is one of the second ones, and so it, again, I did actually did this one first. So this is a shot I took of the volume 34, and there's this fly. Yeah, I'm not even gonna edit this out. This is in here. You can probably see that fly zipping me. All right, so first thing is I took that, and then did a very similar thing. Skewed it, and I didn't do the blur effect because this is all on one plane as I was shooting over it, with the blur happening in a higher level, so I didn't have to worry about blurring any of that. And that is all that I was gonna go over. That covers it all. So all I have left is what I talked about. The only thing I have left is taking these reviews, and I'm going to add some information down here with a video kind of explaining NFTs and executing the contract and all that, so you understand what you're signing up for. But I am really at this point wrapping everything up, hoping, my goal is that Wednesday evening or Thursday I will be able to submit my project to Kickstarter, and I feel really ready for June 1st. And yeah, that's it. Follow me in the next video as I share what I did. All right, see you around.